Hello, everyone, and welcome to our brand new series, Don't Starve. I figured what's a better time to start it than, of course, Halloween. Because it's a bit of a spooky game. We're just gonna go with the most basic, default startingness. This is like a... It's a survival game. You know, how well to describe it. It's kind of an endless survival game to an extent, but it's also pretty unforgiving. So I don't know how long we will be... Like, I don't know how long the series is going to go. We could do it until I die, or I could do one of each character until I die. Depends on how good I do, really. But I'm going to try and explain some things as we go along. But I'm not going to stand here and talk. I need to be doing a lot of things. Game takes a lot of preparation and stuff being done to really do well. I have kind of, in a way, I've progressed through the endless mode a couple times, but it's not easy, I'll tell you that much. But I think we could have a lot of fun on this series. There's gonna be some slow points, that's for sure. I may end up editing some of this to cut out a lot of slow points. I don't know. We'll see how much I decide to keep in and how much I decide to cut out. But essentially the way the game works, over here is all of your crafting, but we'll get more of that later. You have hunger. Obviously, as the name implies, don't starve. Don't starve, you need to eat. Health, and then sanity. Sanity will drop at night near monsters. There's ways to restore it. Inventory's down here. Obviously, there's, like, animals flying around, blah, 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 stuff like that. But there's, like, 5 basic resources, really, I would say. You have grass. But, oh, apparently I didn't get all that. Which is all this stuff. You have sticks, or twigs, which are, like, for handles for tools. Flint, which you use to make the basic tools. Stones, which are used... I want that. That was a torch we picked up. Stones, obviously used for crafting. We don't have any. And the logs you get from trees. And then you can refine most of those. But for the first couple nights of this game, it's going to be a lot of just running around looking for a place to settle, I think. Because where you decide to settle is fairly important. So, there's a wormhole up there we could jump through, but it costs a lot of sanity. Instead, I'm going to follow this cobblestone path, see where it takes us. We'll keep grabbing some stuff along the way, though. Wow, that is a lot of pawns. Those will spawn frogs, which I can use as a reliable food source. They're also hostile, though, so I'd have to be careful. There's a beehive. That'll be useful in the future. There's another wormhole. Look at that. Keep picking up all this stuff while we have time. There we go. More food. More everything. I guess I can explain, like, So if you look down here, our food, these berries and carrots, the green behind them is, like, their freshness or their spoilage. That will go down over time, and when they get down to stale and spoiled, they're worse for you, and when they're spoiled, you just shouldn't eat them. Hey, what's up, Sunken Boat? I've never done anything with this, but supposedly you could feed this guy, and he, like... No, he won't take that. I forget what you give him. Maybe if I can get some seeds, I could try giving him seeds, because he is a bird. Birds like seeds. I don't know. For now, we're just going to keep grabbing more stuff. We're actually going to make ourselves an axe here and chop down this tree. You can see chopping trees will take a while. Takes a good long while. And you don't get that much wood from them either. But we need to do it. And you don't need too much wood, typically. Like, for a basic campfire, you only need 2, so that's pretty easy. I'm actually gonna click that to build it to start, but I'm just not gonna place it yet. That way it'll take the resources, and I don't have to worry about making sure I have what I need for it. I can just have it done already. Really, the first day is just spent gathering a ton of resources. And everything past that is for picking up, well, like for starting to try and settle down, refining stuff, doing science. Which I will explain when we get closer to that. There is also, like, seasons we'll have to worry about. So when winter comes, there's going to be a scarcity of food, and we have to keep warm, otherwise we'll freeze. Thankfully, at least in the base game, we don't have to worry about overheating, really. So summer is not a problem, but if we play this enough when we decide to move to Reign of Giants, there's like 5 or 6 extra game modes or something like that. There's Reign of Giants, Shipwrecked, Hamlet. I don't know what else. I don't remember all of them. But those are all also things we'll worry about in the future. So as you can see, eating, like, berries don't restore much hunger. I mean, we have enough food to last a couple days, at least. For sure. You can also open a map here, and it shows, like, there's a wormhole, there's that sunken boat, beehive ponds. The roads are all marked. Roads are really nice because they make you move faster. Oh, and you can see our sanity is now just passively draining because it's nighttime. Or it's the evening. The evening will make it drain just over time. You can restore sanity by wearing certain clothing items, sleeping. Although sleeping is difficult because not only does it require something to sleep in, like a tent, a bed, or something like that, it also drains a lot of hunger. You could also pick flowers, will restore your sanity. And if you pick 12 flowers, you can make a garland, which will very slowly restore sanity. I'll tell you what, we're going to settle down to here for the night, so we'll go ahead and build up our campfire. Plus 1 log on that. And now you can see the moon phase up here. This is the time, by the way. The yellow is like full-on daytime. The red is when it turned to evening, and it was like our sanity started to slowly drain. No, we just picked that flower, as you saw. Made our sanity go up a little. As when sanity slowly starts to drain, certain mobs will go away, other ones will show up. But when it hits blue is when it gets really bad, because if you go out into the darkness, see your sanity drops way faster. And I'm not going to stay out there too long, because I don't want to lose all my sanity, but if you stay in total darkness for too long, you will actually get attacked, and you will die from it pretty quickly. So make sure you have light when it hits nighttime. I'll tell you that right now. And I'm going to use the rest of the axe on this. See the durabilities down there. It goes down by 1 each hit. Big trees take 15, these medium ones take 10, these take 5. And each growth stage of the tree causes it to drop an extra log. It's not really something we'll have to worry too much about. And so you can also cook food. It'll make it restore more hunger, typically. It'll also then begin to restore health or more health. And they will last longer before they spoil. And now we're just waiting for it to turn day. Come on. Now we go. So that's actually pretty good to grab now. I'm gonna make a pickaxe so I can take all of this. You see, breaking the big rocks, it hurts the pickaxe quite a bit, but it's pretty fast. We got nitrate, some rocks, and flint. We're gonna need a lot of rocks. Oh, good. I wanted to find one of these stone areas fairly quick, because not getting stone early on is annoying, and it is a struggle. But, luckily, we also got some of these. These ones, instead of dropping nitrate, will drop gold. And we're gonna need quite a bit of gold. We don't need too much to begin with, but that is how we make our basic science machine, which is how you get new crafting recipes. Then the alchemy engine here will take even more. This is the next level of science, essentially. Which, as you can see, requires a science machine to prototype. And the way a lot of these things work, like the shovel here, use a science machine to build a prototype, or if we go... We can't even refine anything yet, actually, but Like a lot of these tools, none of the light items yet, some of these survival items and stuff like this all take a science machine. But once you prototype something once, you can now craft it without a science machine. So if I craft a shovel once at a science machine, I can then say I'm out on an adventure and I need... Oh, my pickaxe broke. Whoops. Gonna build another one. Say I need, like, another tool, like right there. If the pickaxe required the science machine to prototype, which thankfully it doesn't, I would still be able to make it because I've already made it once. So it's... You don't need the thing forever, especially if you progress through multiple worlds, which is what happens in the endless mode that we're playing. You'll keep all your crafting recipes you've learned, so that's pretty handy. But for now, we don't have any recipes because it's a brand new start. So we're going to need to collect them all. I'm going to keep gathering. We're going to need a lot of rocks. Rocks go pretty quick and you're useful in a lot of things. We're also going to need a lot of gold. So I'm now going to focus my efforts on just the gold-containing rocks, because I really won't need all that much nitrate. Go ahead and make another pickaxe here. And eventually you can make tools out of the gold that are much more effective. And actually they're renewable, because these worlds are not endless. At least the way they're currently, the mode we're currently in. These worlds do have a finite amount of most resources. There are some that are actually just unlimited. Go ahead and eat that berry to free up some inventory space. Like, rocks, I think, technically are unlimited, but you have to rely on, like, random events to get them. Nitrate, I think, is completely limited. I think flint is also completely limited. Sticks, grass, logs, food, all of that is unlimited, which is nice. Another wormhole. You might start jumping through these at some point. They'll drop my sanity, but it should be alright. Let's go ahead and... I'm gonna gather all I can right now, because it's gonna be pretty important. There we go. Let's grab all this. Keep gathering. We're gonna need... Whoops. We're gonna need so many more rocks. Well, I mean, actually, what we have now is a fairly good amount. We also have a lot of gold, which is nice. That should last us... maybe... forever? I don't know. You don't need too much gold. I guess it depends on how long your world lasts, really. If you wanted to make golden tools that last a lot longer, much more efficient. Like, instead of taking, I think it's 3 durability... Whoops. Did not mean to unequip that. Instead of taking, I believe, 3 durability on a hit for a rock, like this guy does. Oh, graveyard. That's what this fog is. And it has natural spawning gold. It only take 1. The axe, I think, loses durability every 2nd or 3rd chop instead. If we get a shovel, as messed up as it is, we could actually dig up all of these graves. Not that we're going to for a while, because 1, we don't have a shovel, 2, it hurts our sanity, 3, you don't have the inventory space for any of that. I'm looking for a very specific type of... Oh. Okay, well this is actually interesting to find. I want that spear so I can actually fight things. These are evil flowers. They will drain your sanity standing near them, and they'll drain it when you pick them. But this box thing is how you progress in this game. Oh, and this is lucky. This is a touchstone. If I die, I will now respawn once. There. One-time use, but it's like a bit of a safety net, which is very handy to have. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and get a second one of those prepared. I want to organize these, because you can use hotkeys to switch between what's on your hotbar. I figure that's probably a good thing to just get situated now, so I can quickly switch between the spear if I need to. We come to fighting things. There is so much gold here. I think it only stacks in 20s as well, so I'm going to be done mining for the moment. You need to get back to exploring and trying to find a good place to settle down. Eat those berries. Because we're here, might as well harvest them. It's getting close to nighttime. That's a little less than ideal. I would still like to explore, though. I have not found a place that I think is a good area to settle just yet. Although I'm getting a little worried about the time. I fear we may run out. Which would be... Yeah, it's time to place this thing. Place it at least near these trees so I can have some amount of light. Although I'm not going to be cutting any of them because, well, I don't have an axe and I don't really have the inventory space. Although I guess what I could do is I can toast these seeds and eat that. Use the petals to fuel the fire, and then I'll make me an axe here. I'll pull that out, and I'll go ahead and gather a bit more wood while it's nighttime. So we can at least somewhat take advantage of our time before winter, because winter is gonna be coming, and it's not fun. Winter sucks, man. Also just gonna organize this. I like to have my inventory organized in a very specific way. I don't think I can build it yet. I'm looking for... Don't stand in that fire, that could hurt. Yeah, the fire pit will last forever. Like, not the fire itself, but when these campfires burn out, there's just nothing left. While the campfire, or the fire pit will leave. Actually, you know what I should do? Because I'm gonna have one of these eventually. Let's just get the resources put into these. Clean up some inventory space. That way I can just place it later. Can't do it with that. It only works with things that you place down. Like, that is something I should do it with, too. There we go. Because that will take those items out of our inventory and give us a bit more storage space for the moment. But yes, the campfires, when they burn out, they just disappear. Versus the fire pits, which the pit itself will remain, and you just add fuel again, and the fire restarts. I'm not going to pick up any grass. That'll fill my inventory. Where was that wooden box thing, actually? I have the inventory space to pick it up, and I'd rather not forget about it. Like I just did, because it doesn't show up on the map here. Right, it was near that touchstone. I'm actually not going to pick it up now. It's near the touchstone, I can remember that now. Just north of our southern touchstone. Got it. Okay, it's locked in my brain, I'm not going to forget. What do you think? Do we go through? You know what? Science compels me to jump in. I'm with you there, Wilson. Let's do it. As you can see, it hurts our sanity, but... Oh, okay, brought us back to this, like, crossroad area. That's nice. Ah, a spider den. Sticky. I'm actually going to fight it. There we go. Kite that guy's attack. Because I want the loot that these guys have. There we go. Managed to get them all. And my inventory's full. Dang it. Tell you what I'm going to do then. I'm going to just leave this nitrate. I don't really ever end up using nitrate for anything, and... That's one of those things that won't, like... Nothing's going to take it, nothing will break it. Nothing like that. And I would like to have this monster meat. We can cook this and make better foods with it at a later date. The spider gland lets us heal, and silk is a pretty useful crafting ingredient. Although our inventory is about to be full. So let's just eat this last roasted carrot. Because you can get away with one extra inventory slot by just, like, what I'm doing here, holding this in my hand. Still lets me bring it with me, because I could just, say, drop it when I get to where I want to set up, but I've not gotten there yet. Ooh, that's going to be more stone up there. That's going to be pretty awesome. Seems like this world's going to have lots of stone for us, which would be really nice, because typically stone is something I tend to run out of fairly quickly. Okay, let's take that. More berries. Gather quite a bit of food now. I'm not going to pick these flowers just yet for a fairly specific reason. We can make better use of them later. Another wormhole there. It's honestly tempting to jump in it. Oh, this is awesome. Okay. So this guy here, this is the Pig King. Will you take my berries? No, he only accepts, like, normal meat. But the Pig King's really cool. You can give him, like, cooked meat, maybe even just raw meat, too. Monster meat doesn't work, but I could give him, like, cooked and raw meat, as well as, like, when we saw that box thing, there was, like, a gnome statue. We can use that gnome, give that stuff to him, and he'll give us gold. So that's how gold is a renewable resource. Which means you can make an infinite number of tools, because you can make them out of gold. You can also come across, like, skeletons like this that just kind of have, like, free loot next to them, which is nice. There's a lot of spiders up here, but I'm looking... Oh, God, I hate these. These are, Here, I'll drop the berries so you can see for a second. It's a walrus camp, and, it spawned... During winter, it spawns a big, mean walrus guy who sucks, and I hate him. You might have been able to see it up here. These trees, when they hit the max size, if they stay max size for a while, they'll turn into these, like, dead trees, which will then just cycle back all the way through. Thankfully, which is pretty nice. Come on, spider. Yep. Trigger you to attack me, and now I kill you, so I can take your monster meat. There we go. Thankfully, spiders, especially this early, when they're all just level 1 dens, are really easy to deal with. Because you can just draw one out by stepping near it, and then just hit it 3 times, stun locking it. And then you can just kite the other 2 and get some early loot pretty easily. Oh, wow. Okay, this is actually a pretty interesting find this early on. Come here, you. You will die. I'm gonna run in there and hit one of them. There. These level 1 dens also only have 3 spiders in them each. So, this is how you move to the next world. You clear out this area, but we're not ready for those enemies yet. There's very much something I would like to find nearby. If I can find a specific biome, then this will probably be one of the best worlds I've ever had. Because, of course, it's the one that happens when I decide to record this game, thankfully. Instead of giving me a terrible world. Come here, you. And you die. I hit you once. And now I can just kill you off, too. There we go. Kill off all those spiders. We're gonna go up this way. I do still want to do a bit more exploring. Although this area seems pretty nice, I will admit. Because these rabbit holes will still have rabbits during the winter. There'll be less of them, but it's still a food source during winter, which is nice. Plus, we're near that marble area. That's what the chess area. I guess I can kind of go explain it. It's full of clockwork enemies, which are really strong, but also really important to kill. Because they will give us really good... They'll give us gears, which is very important for things in this game. Oh, we almost got hit there. Thankfully, so far, it's been a flawless run. I don't know how long that's gonna last, but... Just keep moving. We should settle in for the night. Because it's very much so about to turn nighttime. It just turned nighttime. And unfortunately, I can't gather any grass because my inventory's full. Where'd that spider go? Oh well. He's too far now. These will respawn their spiders. It just takes a little while. Let's look at the map here. So what we saw... There's the Pig King. The clockwork guys were... Where? I think here? You kill a couple clockworks, and then there's like a thing in the middle you build. You progress onwards. The biome I'm looking for is a swamp. Because it spawns a bunch of giant tentacles, which will attack us, but they will also attack other enemies. And we can get free food, free weapons, stuff like that. Typically, there's also a lot of spider dens, and those spider dens will fight the tentacles. Sometimes you can get mermen, which are like giant frog fish dudes. Essentially, it's like a war zone in there, which is kind of awesome, because it leads to a reliable source of monster meat, which you can use as like a filler meat when cooking food. Like, if I were to just cook this and eat one, I guess I can cook one and show you. So if you look, we have 122 sanity, 150 health, 133. It drops our sanity, our health, but gives us food. So, not something you want to eat often. It's really just an emergency item. But if you cook items in a crock pot, you can use monster meat as like a filler item. I don't know where that other spider is. I'd like to kill him. I can hear him. Oh well. This rain kind of sucks. But, oh well. Something we'll have to deal with. Just eat these berries. I'm tired of carrying them. Another carrot. That's good. More flint. You can carry that. Another carrot. We'll start picking flowers soon. There's another walrus camp. Come on. I'm really looking for a swamp. Really want a swamp nearby. The swamp is like my favorite place to live near. It's dangerous, but it's super helpful. Especially if we can get it somewhat near the Pig King and the Clockworks. Whoa. Lightning's scary. Lightning can actually like burn, like catch stuff on fire and things like that. No, we're not gonna do that yet. That'll lead us on a hunt to find, like, an animal, but I don't think we're ready for that. What we really need to find is a definitive place to live. Oh, yeah, here's the marble. Okay. Oh, yeah, you can see him on the things there. Yeah, come here, spider. Come on, attack me. There you go. Oh, he came out late, but that's made it really easy for me. No, don't attack that thing. I don't want to kill it. Yeah, there's a Clockwork Knight, some marble stuff, evil flowers. Can we? Yeah, there it is. The wooden thing. It's a nexus to another world. Back off, preacher man. I agree. So I think by day 5 is when we're gonna settle down. Like, I think tomorrow, by the end of tomorrow night, is when we will... Oh, let's avoid that, because there's an evil flower. Because they're all growing around this totally normal tree. Yeah, it's definitely a normal tree. There's another one here. This is... Whoa, wait. Oh, wow. That's actually really interesting. Finding that early. That's something we'll worry about at a later date. Not something I want to do just yet. That is how you unlock a character that I don't have. Which is pretty cool, but... Yeah, not something I'm totally down to do right now. Oh, please tell me there's a swamp nearby. This would be the ideal home if I can find a close swamp near all of this stuff. Please. Another totally normal tree. I'd like to avoid these. Let's go ahead and fight some spiders. Have a big fight go on. No, I thought it was going to activate all the other ones too. Oh, we almost got hit there. But we didn't. We're good. I'm gonna stomp you dead. So true. There we go. Gathering all this early is gonna be nice. Especially this silk. We can make some good stuff with this. Which is why I like to kill every spider I see early game. Before the spider dens get too big and too difficult to fight. Oh, I almost got hit again. But we did. Nice. I don't think I should eat that. I agree. But we might. Might have to. I mean, for now, we're doing fine. We got plenty of food. Just looking... Hey, look, a pig. The pigs actually hate spiders, so... Really funny that there's a house next to a spider den. But they will actively attack spiders as soon as they see them. We got hit there. Only once, though. That's fine. Here, I'll show you. You can use these spider glands to heal. You can make a better healing item with them, though, so I'm not going to just yet. I'm not going to use any more. We're also at 20 fine health. Keep exploring just a little longer, but we may just end up living... Oh! This is a great world, because this is the swamp I was talking about. You will see... That right there. Oh, you can hear him fighting. Yeah, there's one of those mermen guys. This is what I'm talking about. You get fights like this all the time. And these guys will all drop... These guys drop really good food. They drop frog legs and fish, as you see. And then when they eventually start killing tentacles, the tentacles will drop weapons, monster meat, and stuff that we can use as, like, fuel for a fire. So I think I am going to live... Let's go look down here. I think where this road kind of bends is where I want to set up my house. Like, right around here. Is what I'm thinking. You know what? No more thinking. Let's just do it. Build that science machine. Boom. We have access to new technology. And while I'm here, I'm going to start gathering some more wood and clearing out some of these trees to make space for our eventual house here. We can take these pine cones, and you can plant the pine cones to get more trees. They take a little while to grow, but typically, not having enough trees to cut is not a problem you'll run into often. Plant one more here. I also want to plant, like, some very dedicated, specific patches for... I want to burn some trees in the future to get charcoal out of them. And also, we can burn the stumps that are left over. You can either build a shovel and dig up the stumps, and it'll give you, like... it'll give you 1 wood for every stump you dig up, or you can light them on fire to get ash, which is useful for a couple crafting things, so... That's always a good strategy. At least that's my personal strategy that I prefer. Let's grab... There we go. Run over here. Add a bit more wood to that. Let's go ahead and roast up these carrots while we're here. And I think every 5 days we'll do an episode. That seems to be good timing. It'll be about 30-minute episodes. Won't go on too long, but it'll give us time to actually do stuff in each episode. I don't know, some episodes may actually go longer. I don't know, we'll see. We shall see. Oh, I got an extra log. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and work on the alchemy engine here. It takes boards and cut stone, which if we go to the refinement, everything that has a light bulb indicates that there's a new recipe you can do. I'm gonna go ahead and start with this cut stone. What is it, only 2? Yes, for now I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna actually cook up all this while it's nighttime. Nighttime's a good time to cook all the food, and this will just help it last longer. So I'm gonna go ahead and cook all of that. And when it hits morning, we're gonna start working on restoring our sanity somewhat. Don't you worry. I've got plans upon plans for the next episode, really. We need to make some boards now. Boards are like the most expensive refined item because they take 4 wood each. So we're going to prototype this, not place it, and on that note, we're actually going to end this episode here. So for now, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you guys are excited about a new semi-horror game on the channel. It'll save constantly, so we're going to back out. A new semi-horror game on the channel. Perfect timing for it being Halloween, too. And, yeah. Hope you guys are excited, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.